Welcome back to my channel. This is take one. I decided to add my takes just to show a lot of you that are like, how can you just do this free flow and one take? You guys, it doesn't always take one take. Most of the time it's like 6 to 10. No, I'm just kidding. Most of the time it's like 3 to 5 takes, depending on how I'm feeling that day, if I'm switching, or it just depends. So I decided to kind of I never really plan my videos unless they're collabs. And by the way, this does close. Don't think it doesn't. It totally does. I have been in Pocket for about a month now, and yes, I love it. My cat has eaten most of my plants, fake plants at that. Anyway, yes, I do love it. Yes, I do miss my personal size, possibly because I have Gillios. This is still by far my favorite planner of all time. And it's not even like a traditional, really soft Gillio. It's just a really great planner. But I still have it set up, and it's a thing. So I've enjoyed being in. I have been enjoying being in pocket size. It's been very easy to take everywhere. It's surprising how much I can put in my planner. A lot of pocket size people know what I'm talking about. You can even get pocket sizes now with bigger rings, which means you can put a lot more in there. Now, I don't necessarily, I like that idea, but I don't necessarily want to do that, because the whole idea of me going to pocket was to go small, and be able to carry my Fossil Sydney satchels without it being too heavy and still having room to put other stuff in there. So let's slay the day and see what comes of my pocket today. Now, Caddy is the one that set this up for me, but I really, really love it. And all the functional stuff is mine, and it's what I'm best at. And just really, Caddy, this. Okay, so this is a new edition, apparently. Having a little post-its, but I understand why this is here, because I have phone numbers and stuff, private information that needs to be covered up, and being in pocket size is quite small. So, and I use the normal pocket size inserts. I didn't blow them up. I did it first, and I really liked that. Keep in mind, this is a video for those of you that are in personal size and want to go pocket size, but are afraid that you can't do it. Okay, so I have been in personal size for over a year ongoing, and I'll probably go back to it. But I wanted to really push myself this year. We have One Book July coming up, and I'm really pushing myself. I'm preparing for that because I really enjoy One Book July. It's a really great way to work out what's really important in your planning system. It's helped me in the past really become a fantastic planner girl. It's helped me functionally. So I want to let those of you that are in personal, that were thinking to go pocket, it doesn't hurt to try it. Now, if you have a business like myself that requires a lot of scheduling, I will admit, scheduling on a tiny page is a bit difficult. Now, it's not impossible because I do it, but it can be kind of cumbersome. A lot of the time when you have a scheduling book, you kind of need it large so your clients can see it. But I've come up with a way, or actually the guy that I work, the store that I work, my pool is located in a scuba shop. So the guy that runs the scuba shop came up with this really great idea for me to have a huge marker board with everybody that week's schedule, so they can see when they come and don't, because I have a lot of issues with people trying to sneak in free lessons and stuff like that. You'd be surprised. It's the price to pay to be good at your job, you guys, and have a good business, and you're the only one that does it. So it can be cumbersome sometimes with all the different personalities that you meet. So this is great for me personally, but as for my clients, they really need a bigger view. So I've decided to take his advice and do the whole marker board thing. Now, that's going to make this easy. Now, if you're like a lawyer or a hairdresser or something like that, honestly, this may be a bit cumbersome. for scheduling. Now it depends on how you schedule and how many days you schedule. So I schedule, try to find one with that. Okay. So I schedule throughout the week, and you'll see the highlighted areas. Like my appointments need to be between these times. That's my lunch break. So on and so forth. Keep in mind, I am a water related instructor. So anything to do with the water, I'm in. Keep in mind, I'm in the water for all these times. So I can't work like a bam, huge. I do work 8 hours. It's not like I don't. I work 6 to 8 hours. I mean, hold on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I work about 6 to 8 hours a day, depending on the situation. And that's really hard on the skin and the body. I'm sorry, I'm digressing. I'm sorry. Okay, so the whole idea of me going pocket was actually because of the pool. Okay, now the reason why is because I am out and about shopping. I still have to live my life, but I take calls. I mean, I've learned to take calls at certain times of days and things, but there's times that I'll be out and about and need to take a phone call. That's why I have a headset. That's why I have this pocket planner, and it's been really great this summer so far. So I can literally whip this out in the middle of a store and schedule. I have an example. Yesterday, I was in Dollar Tree of all places before I was going to work. So I was in my swim gear. I have like a little cut off top that I wear on top of my swimsuit, my little hoochie shorts, my sandals, and the shirt that I wear that's a cut off that I turned into a cut off is actually of the scuba shop. So it's like legit. You can see that I work at this place, or at least my pool's located there. So anyway, I get a phone call, I take it, I have my headset in, and I'm sitting there scheduling in the middle of the store, and as I am, there's like a couple people following me around, which I'm totally used to with where I work, or where I live. I just have to like really be careful. But there were women, and they were kind of listening in, and I get to the register, and they both go, "Hey, so I hear you teach swim lessons, is that right?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, it is." And that's a great way to network. So having this and proof that I'm sitting there scheduling is kind of a thing. And it works for me. I have my business cards and all that stuff. So if you're able to write this small, because it is pretty tiny, it's about a fingernail worth of space. I write small anyway, it's fine. You can make scheduling happen. I would just suggest having a bigger schedule for your clients to see if it's necessary for them to see. That's all I'm going to say about the scheduling part. Now, as far as information, it depends really and truly what your job is. Like for me, my business really requires more scheduling and client lists, so I can write in those small areas. And then anything personal and home and tracking, I have just same type of stuff that I always do. It's just smaller. Now, I've done a few videos kind of going through what I do in a week or a day, and it really shows what I do. And you can see how my week has progressed, So I still am able to put any kind of events and things. And since most of my day is taken up with work, it's not like I have to have like these huge home schedules or cleaning lists. I also have learned to kind of condense my needs. For example, with tracking, I used to have pages upon pages of monthly tracking lists in my personal size, which took up a whole section. Now, granted, I do have a slight section here, but it's not as large. I've learned that condensing to the bare necessities has been helpful, and I actually don't even get overwhelmed, which is awesome. So this is a great insert to have for self-care and stuff like that. This has been perfect, and I've actually been keeping up with it. I just need to fill out yesterday's because I've been on top of my game. I'm very proud. I'm being real with you guys. I'm so proud of myself because if you watch my mental health video, you know that it can be a struggle at times. And I've done all these things. I even did that yesterday. I even filmed yesterday. So, did I pick up on tidy? No, I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. And I did pray. I didn't journal. I need to get better at that. But these are things that really help me stay on task for my mental health. And instead of having this huge pull out and things like that, I've just condensed it to one page to the most importance. And then I also have like my dailies. I have in my Summer's Touch inserts, I just have the pull out version. Now I do have this version as well that I really like, and I've talked about these multiple times. It's just that I really believe in her product. I also believe in Marcia Bramucci inserts. They're really amazing as well. She has a lot of options. I just personally like my Summer's Touch at this time, and I support her. I support my Summer's Touch full-only, heartedly, lovingly. And Marcia Bramucci, if I had met her before I actually like talked to her, I probably would have done the same. But she has a lot of my Summer's Touch has a lot of options too. So you have that day on the page that's separate and not a pull out. So I feel like she made these for me because I feel I'm not saying that she did, but sometimes I feel like she did this for me because I've mentioned in the past that I prefer this type of style, but that's before I really tried this, and I really like this. But I do have that other option. So basically, when it comes to home stuff, I use just a day on the page in a pocket. Now, I do find that when you're in a pocket, a day on the page is super important. That's just my view. I find that it's kind of necessary because you need that space. I've also condensed like my productivity tracker onto my day in the page and my time. I would have my productivity tracking on a pull out in the tracking system, tracking section, and I would have also my time blocking in a whole nother weekly. I had like 3 weekly layouts, and it was kind of much honestly to have, but it worked at that time for me. But now I have it to where it's condensed and it's actually a lot more functional and less frustrating, and I'm able to keep up with it. So my productivity tracking is on my dailies when I find it necessary. I don't really find it as necessary now because during the summer I'm very productive pretty much every day. I'm happier because I'm swimming all the time, so my endorphins are running, and it's just like, honestly, health, if you want good health and you want to be happy, move your body. Do some exercise, even if it's hard for you to get up. Meditate, do some yoga. Trust me, I have anxiety, depression, and a split. I mean, come on. Like, I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and it really does help to move your body. But I also do my time blocking here, as you see. And then I'll just have my lists on the side of what I gotta do that day, and I have my meal here. Now, when it come tomorrow, I will be doing a video tomorrow, setting up my week so you can see how I set up my week, and I'll also be doing my weekly review. Now it's gonna be a long video because I'm going to be including the tracking section I do have. It's more like goal setting and stuff like that, and gratitude. It's like a positive, I don't know, it's just good for my health. It's like a future plans, goal setting, things that really are for me. So my gratitude, I'll be setting up. I have my reoccurring tasks. Now this is super important. This is something, I don't know why I actually have it in this section, but it has to do with it's a day-to-day task. And I actually started it. This is the weeks of the year. This is a full year pull out right here. You see, it goes to 52 weeks. Now I started it obviously in June, so I'm going to be doing this a little differently, but this is week 1 going this way, and this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Excuse the nail. Bam. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. Don't worry. They'll be pretty again for the video. But basically everything, I have to stick to this schedule. This is basically my daily per weekly schedule. Like, super important for me to stay on track and stay productive. And I found that this has worked, and it's simple. I don't have all these pullouts and stuff that I've had before in the past. You can watch some of my older videos, especially my tracking videos and my personal size. They're intense. Now, my Summer Touch does have this. I will also be setting this up fully. I do have it partially set up, but I'm going to go through, actually start it tomorrow, full on like tracking and everything. See? Just everything, figuring out what I want to do with this. And so my week 1, actually I should start my week 1 on Monday. Okay, so actually I'm going to start my week 1 on Monday, but I'm going to go ahead and set this up if there's time in my video and go through that. This is really interesting. Now, also, she has sent me this really awesome insert that I was going to start tomorrow. I have it there, June 1st, the start of June, and it's like a mental health tracking or journal per se, and I'm real excited to go through this on the channel. So this on the channel, on my channel, I guess, yeah, in the video, because those of us that do have that mental health kind of part in our lives that needs work, this is a great way to do it, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's just like 2 pages, and she has a personal size version of this that I really like, that it's all on 1 page, and you could like do your daily page with that and put them together. I really like that. She said whose idea that was, but I don't remember who it was. But check out my Summer's Touch video. She's really knowledgeable on her inserts, obviously. But just to answer some of my beautiful kittens' questions about how I'm really, or just comments about I'm worried about going into pocket size, like I've been in personal size, I'm scared it's too small. Yeah, it is small, you guys, but there's a way to condense all your information to make it work. Like my list section holds like pretty much anything miscellaneous, anything lists, doesn't matter what it is. It has my finances, vehicle maintenance, to buy list, just any type of list, online order, just any bills, any kind of list, okay? And I just keep 1 of each. I don't put too much extra. I have my weight loss. I haven't even weighed myself, but I have lost weight, I can tell. Diet plans, coupon codes, self-care activity. I've talked about that. My planner routine is very important to build a planner routine for yourself when you're in pocket size. It's a lot of upkeep to keep it running. It's not like hard upkeep though, because you have a lot less to worry about. I can't explain it. You just got to try it. So those of you in personal size that are worried about fitting in a pocket size, just try it. It does not hurt to try. And it does take time. Give yourself at least, I say at least a week or more, because it took me, I've been doing this for a month now, and I'm at a happy place with it now. Like I'm really pleased, and I don't really desire much to move out of it. Really, it took the month. I honestly would say give yourself a full month to do this kind of stuff. Like I even have pre-planning in here, you guys. Look, pre-planning for the month, for the year. I have the whole year. It just depends on what kind of inserts you use, how you put it together, and if you can condense your information or not. So if you are in personal size and this is something you want to try, I would take the time. It takes time now. Take the time to sit down and go through your planner and see what sections and parts and information you can do without, okay? Secondly, go through the parts that you are keeping and go through and see what you can condense together on a page. Like decide what kind of layout you need. Like this is goals and projects for the whole year. It's 1 page, you guys. This is very helpful. Used to, I'd have like a full page for each goal and project, but I've condensed it to just the title. And if it needs more information, I have a little book back here. I can put it in. Also consider combining different types of planning in your planner. It doesn't just have to be strictly like printouts. Like I combined a bullet journal in mine as well. Just think about those things. And then this is going to be my monthly review here, and it's in a tiny little spot before my monthly review. I actually was pretty good about keeping that condensed. I had it in the front of my weekly pages for my Summer Touch. She offers those she offers that ability with her inserts, and I think that's why I love them so much, is that they're great inserts to use if you want to condense your information, because there's so much room, but it does not take a lot of room in your rings because they pull out. They're a little more tactile. I really enjoy those. Like these pull out. This is all of next year. I even have planning and schedules for next year in here. I have extra stuff because of how it's condensed together. Just think about it. Now monthlies I will never condense now, because they always have to be on 2 pages or more. Like, that's just how I've always done my monthlies. I will never change that. Trust me, I actually tried. It lasted all of 10 minutes, if that. But if you don't utilize your monthlies that much, think about if you can use maybe a month on 1 page. See if that will work. I mean, there's ways you can figure this kind of stuff out. Just think about what parts of your planner you truly use. And I mean, that's my rant for the day. Honestly, I just wanted to film this because it's been a comment or a question that I've had recently, because I've been doing so well in pocket size and I've been a personal planner girl for a very long time. So I'm not saying I'm staying in pocket size forever, but for the summer, I'm definitely going to be. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I guess it did only take one take. I'm proud of myself. I love you guys so much. And until next time, bye.